everyone. Before coming back to church service, you will be emailed or mailed a health waiver that we will need you to complete and return before you can be in the church. This waiver just keeps you and the church community as safe as possible. We are recommending that if you have any health risks, that you should possibly consider not coming into the sanctuary for worship at this time.
If you can't make it here, don't worry. We're going to post all of our worship services online via YouTube and Facebook, and also send them to your email. When you do get to church, first thing we want you to do is put on your mask before you leave your vehicle. We want you to leave all of your personal items in the vehicle, that way they don't risk getting contaminated. I'm just going to take my key and my mask.
Volunteer ushers and greeters will be glad to meet you outside the doors, where, in accordance with CDC guidelines and recommendations, they will take your temperature, ask you several health questions, and make sure that you understand and accept the risks of gathering together publicly.
Social distancing requirements say that we need to be at least 6 feet apart in worship. Here at CLC, that means we needed to completely reformat our seating areas in the sanctuary. That means that in this possible arrangement, we only have safe room enough for 12 different households per service, with 6 or less in that household. This reduces our capacity to 66 people if the perfect combination of people come in, but more likely to about 45 to 50 people worshiping together. That's a painful comparison from the previous days when we could worship 400 people here together in the sanctuary. So, how do we accommodate the 375 people that used to show up here on an average week? Do we do tickets? Is it alphabetical? Are advanced reservations done online through the church office? Do we set up a 1 service per household per month rotation schedule? How are we going to get people in and out of worship with as little risk as possible in efforts to worship as safely as we can foreseeably manage with all that we know, especially when facts about this virus continue to emerge with updated research and recent data still being studied. We will still only be able to celebrate Holy Communion in our homes during the live Emmaus worship services on Zoom. These are the things that the task force, the church council, and we the staff are working on.
Because our aisles were never as narrow as 6 feet, we've now clustered our chairs so that they're in groups of more than 10 feet apart. This is to help not spread the virus between family groups. Also, whenever you're in the building or the sanctuary, you will always need to have on a mask.
One of our favorite parts of worship is to have the children come forward for the children's sermon. Unfortunately, during this time, that will not be allowed. The children will need to stay in their family units, sitting together in the chairs in the sanctuary. We won't be able to have nursery, and we won't be able to have Sunday school. And because of the new studies done on the children, all children over the age of 3 do need to wear a mask.
When we are able to join back again as a congregation in person, vocalists and instrumentalists are not going to be where you normally see them, up in the choir loft or where the band generally is. Because moisture droplets can actually spread and expel further than what we think or visually see. To keep everyone safe, we will all be sitting with our families.
In all of my time here with you at CLC, I've enjoyed leading you in singing and singing with you each week. But because congregational singing significantly increases exposure, we won't be able to do that for a while.
You've got great shepherds leading the various ministries of the church. We're gonna figure this out, but it's still gonna take a lot of time so that we can reduce the risk as much as possible. There will still be some risk, but we're trying together to see just how safe we can make our return to the sanctuary one day be. And we have a remarkable task force that's helping us do exactly that. But in the meantime, Though we as the church alive and active were never really closed, we are safer at home. And that is where we continue to worship God as disciples of Jesus Christ together. We hope that you will join us there as we worship on Sundays online.